Hello everybody, Fernando Perez here, the world music guitars guy. Today I'm gonna show you how to play a piece called Nanhi Lily, which means something like a lullaby for little Lily. It's actually an original lullaby I wrote for my daughter. It is based on Raga Bhairavi. But first of all, let's just listen to the whole piece, yeah? All right, so let's start with the different parts of this lullaby, okay? We are on Raga Bhairavi, okay? Remember, Raga Bhairavi, if you're a Western musician, the group of notes is very similar to what we call a Phrygian mode. Has nothing to do with it, but just almost the same notes, all right? So just to give you an idea, but remember always when you learn Indian music, never relate it to Western music because it has nothing to do with it and you will get confused and get things wrong, even though when things might look very similar. So on this raga, we have several notes: sa, komal re, komal ga, ma, pa, komal dha, komal ni, and sa, which is something like in the key of C, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, higher C. And sometimes we use a little color using a natural D, okay, which would be a Sudha Re on Indian, on the Hindi notes, okay, if you go by those. All right, and that's just a little color, okay? But Raga Bhairavi, originally, it doesn't really have that note, but sometimes we use it, okay? So let's start with the first part of the melody, okay? It's kind of like stai, antar stai, which is like first part, second part, and first part again, ABA. In reality, we're doing AABA. Okay, for Western musicians to understand the structure of this song. Okay, so first of all, guitar tuning is my usual here: C, G, C, G, C, and one more C on the first string. First and second string are C, okay? So from 6 to first, C, G, C, G, C, C. The rhythm of this, the tal or rhythm used on this melody is what we call dadra tal, okay? Dadina datina, dadina datina, dadina datina, dadina datina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just started setting the tempo and the type of rhythm. For Western musicians, you may compare it to a 6/8 or a 6/4, okay? But be careful, because when we study Indian rhythms, tal, okay, we have other things, not just the count of 6, the sound, which in this case is on the first beat, and the hali on the 4th beat, okay? So in this case, we're gonna start with the first melody. Start right here on your G, where you're on the first string. I'm gonna play the melody very simple, without the accompaniment of the other strings. Remember, the rest of the strings are kind of like drum strings, and you kind of only add them in between when you have gaps, and you try to kind of keep the feel of the rhythm, okay? So you don't have to do it exactly like I'm doing it on my performance. What you need to follow mainly is the melody. The rest, the fill up, when things like this, it's something you're gonna do at your own taste, and just always making sure you keep that dadra feel, that rhythm feel. So we have, okay, we're going to G from F, and then to A flat. So it's F, A flat, G, F flat, A flat. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we have this phrase. So it will be F, G, F, E flat, F, E flat. Listen very well, you know how I'm doing this. I'm plucking the first note, then the second note, and the rest I'm sliding it. So get the feel with the tempo, because it's super important. Always try to listen a lot to the song if you're not familiar with it already, okay? And once